I know that a few of you need my help tonight, so remind me in the chat, 'cause I know Karen, we want to just check over your shipping label and see what the problem is.
Yeah.
And let me think off the top of my head. I think it was you, Sam, actually, wasn't it? Was someone. And I think that Holly couldn't make it, so I've asked her to drop me an email because she had a question about branding. So if anybody else is stuck, like, and can't move forward, let me know in the chat, because that's really important. Who watched today's video? Anybody? Are you naughty people? No, I'm joking. I like getting in my teeth. Someone from my Amazon 101 group, it was Gail today, said, "You sounding very bossy," in the chat. I've had a really busy day today where I've been on different calls and I started thinking, God, have I been a bit like short with people? I might have put one-liners in the chat, but that's just because I'm busy. So if you have feeling like I'm being a bit teachery and bossy, sorry, I come across like that when I'm busy. Alison, yeah, you're also stuck on keywords. So the video today, don't worry, watch it when you can. Oh, Fiona did. Fiona watched it. Okay, fab. It's so that you can understand the Amazon marketplace, and just talking about what we're actually trying to do, bring it back to what we're actually trying to do, and help you understand how it works as a catalog. And there's a thing called search, find, buy. So customers put in yoga mat with a bag, and then they search and they find your product, and they find that from the keywords that we're putting in, but also by our main image that stands out against the competition. And for those of you that have sent your stock off, what you want to do is go back to your keyword list when you go live and try and find your product. Don't just revert back to your language, because there's a lot of people do this where, say they're doing, let me try and think, say one of you that's doing a bakery, a few of you are doing like bakery or chef little bundles, and you originally were looking at, like, you just put bakery set in, but actually one of the keywords that you got in your title was mini chef apron, for instance. I don't know what your keywords are, but that's one of your ones in your title. And you go back to bakery set because that's what you're calling it. You want to go back to the keywords and the ones that you've put in your title and also in your bullet points, and prioritize sort of 10 or 20 of them to see where you're coming out, to see if you've done your keywords right, so that you can search, find, buy you. But you obviously don't want to click on your listing. And you don't want to be just sharing it on social media. And I'm going to be coming into the marketing stuff that we do this week, because you don't want people clicking on your listing and not buying. You want to make sure that people are buying it. And there's a strategy around you launching it that I'm going to share with you in tomorrow's video. But as I say, we've got all the time this week on the calls for whatever stages anyone's at. 'Cause I know some of you are right back at the beginning and starting again with products. I think there's 3 or 4 of you that have reached out to me by email or chat. And I know, Carolyn, you've had to as well. So anybody that is right back at the beginning, any of the questions that we've done the whole of this time, bring to these sessions. So if you're finding a supplier, you're wanting to, sort out packaging, whatever it is, keywords, listing, we can do all of this week. This is your chance to really kind of share your screen and get your questions answered. But I just want you to understand how the Amazon marketplace works. And obviously, we want to be able to try and find our listing when it goes live. When we see our listing, we want to look at the main photos that are next to us and up and down behind around us on that page. Say we find us on page 3. We want to look at the price points of the products that we're near and also our main image. And even though we've done our images, or you might be doing it as it's, as you've shipped it, you might be tweaking your images. Even though we've done our images, you don't know who you're going to be around, where you're going to be positioned. And it's important to see how your main image compares, because that's also going to get you the click. So it's just something to look at when you go live. The other thing that I shared was this document, and it would be good if you could all read it. So if I just quickly share my screen. this was what I shared today. There's a link in the post and also in Kajabi. Where is it? It's not coming up. One sec. Sorry for those of you I just left in the waiting room. I was just talking about the video that I've put in to day 11. So this was also a link from Jungle Scout because I thought Jungle Scout summarize it in a much nicer way than if you've got to read all of Amazon's terms of service. This is the first part. If you scroll down to the introduction, you'll understand how Amazon thinks. So the Amazon sometimes send out, quite official emails and it's something really basic, but you want to understand that some of these guidelines. So you don't want to try and send Amazon's customers away from Amazon by trying to do a call to action or a special offer to your website. They get really precious about it because it's their customer. And if you found, like with an insert card saying, hey, come to my website, you can get 50% off your next order, they see that as you taking customers away. But you can be a bit savvy about it if you're focusing on the customer and teach, say you're doing an exercise equipment that comes in 15 parts, someone's got to screw it together, put it up, and then there's a whole exercise program. You could actually help them by an instruction video, you know. So you can take them to something that's good for the customer, but don't be saying, hey, come to my website for 50% off, basically. So that's an important part. You can't send marketing emails to their customers. You can't start phoning their customers. All of these you probably will be thinking anyway, because if you shop on Amazon, you don't want someone ringing you. The whole point of shopping on Amazon is you don't bloody speak to anyone, isn't it? You just want to order it, it arrive next day. Um, so don't cheat good reviews. That's another thing. Don't try and manipulate their reviews or feedback. Now, I do get people that I know to order my product and give me a good review, but you can't be doing it like you can't be posting in Facebook groups and doing it publicly because they're very precious about it. And in a way, us sellers have ruined it because back in my day when I first started selling on Amazon, we used to give away 100. I'd order 500 units and give away 100 units for $1 or £1 in exchange for a review. And then Amazon, quite rightly, wanted to protect their reviews and stopped it. And they have made some really big sellers. As an example, like they closed down like 1 million turnover a month, Chinese seller, to show that they weren't going to take any more of it. So you've got to just be careful about the reviews. Like if you are going to get people to buy it and give you a review, make sure it's not anybody that lives in your property because they track IP addresses. Make sure it's not somebody with the same surname as you, like your mum or, your husband's brother. I'm trying to think who could possibly have the same surname. Um, don't have anybody linked with you doing you a review.
Unless you live up north and you're called Singh or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be somebody completely in a different location with a different name. Not related. Because they've cleaned up their whole system, they don't like it. So it's just worth reading some of this around also their A to Z guarantee. They don't like you making any misuse or claims. Like I put some of the trigger words in the group. Like if you're claiming that it's a bestseller and things like that, it's award winning. They don't like any claims and stuff. So it's just worth reading this. And if anyone's got any questions, again, we can answer this week. So it's a good little summary document because the actual terms of service is about 50 pages long. So just have a read of this because it'll help you. So that was day 11's task today. But I thought what I would do is help people who have any blocks or challenges. So let's just double check. We have So we've got Deb, Alison, see if there's anyone else urgent. I know we're going to kick off with Karen, and also there's Sam, isn't there? So let me just quickly answer these questions that have come in. So we shouldn't click on our listing to see what it looks like to everyone else? What happens if we do? So it's okay if you, as the seller, click on your own listing because it knows it's you. But you don't want to be just sharing on Facebook when you go live. You want to make sure that the people you're sharing it with are likely to buy rather than your nosy friends. You know what I mean?
Anne,
Yeah.
is there anywhere to see it on when we set our listing up? Is there any way of seeing it
In
its
your
full glory?
yeah, in your
Or
inventory,
finished?
you can just click on the title in your inventory and it'll come
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Which you may have done already, and it says
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
unavailable. But it knows that it's you, so it's fine for you to look at it. So it's fine for you to do the search, find, buy. It knows it's you. What you don't want to be doing is just, you know, I'll explain how I do my launch tomorrow because we're going to do all
Okay.
marketing. But I'm just sort of giving you some kind of tweaks
Jumping
on
ahead of myself of you.
conversions and stuff. Yeah. Did you say we shouldn't click on our own list? No, your own list is fine. You don't want to purchase your own product. No, but it doesn't do the same. It just means that you're looking at it's fine. It won't, because basically what you want is people to be finding you on page 3 and buying. That will get you on page 1 in one position overnight because people are putting in a keyword, looking and mooching around and finding you on page 3 and going, wow, I want this one. What you don't want is people clicking on your link and not buying because it's telling Amazon that people are finding you but not wanting you. Do you know what I mean? So you want people to find you and want you. And so this is the strategy I'll be sharing tomorrow, that even if you get a group of people together to buy it for you, rather than share the link, you want them to search, find, buy will help you get in that position, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So the intro video today is the background to it. I'm kind of practically told you what the strategy is, but we'll go into it tomorrow.
Jumping ahead.
Just to get the understanding. The only waiting on my boxes being delivered so I can put my product and ship to Amazon. I've safely been organised the rest and totally forgot about the big box ship it. No worries. I'm hoping my delivery box of the product's going to be enough. You can always go down to a supermarket and get a flat pat and make your own in desperation. Cool. I've had an email to say they removed some of my photos. I've not checked which ones yet. So yeah, if you've done any layering or any pixelation, that's they don't like that. Might be that. What are your suggestions in getting someone else to start the buying after you advise? I'm going to come to that tomorrow. How long does it take to get things live once UPS have been sorted? So if UPS has picked up, does it say, as you listen, say available? Jamie.
No, I'm just sorry. I was just checking then. No, not yet.
Okay, I thought I misunderstood that then. I thought you said today that UPS.
I took it to the UPS place, the shop, for them to pick it up from the shop.
Right, okay.
I've had a text message to say that they've registered it, whatever they do.
Okay. So what normally happens is as soon as they pick that up, it might be the next day, it might be that evening, could be any time.
Yeah.
It'll be updated to say your listing is available. Now that this is the busiest week Amazon have got all year round that we're sending in. So it may not be instant. And if it gets there tomorrow, it might just then go live once it's there. You know what I mean? So what normally happens is it would say it's available, but when a customer goes on it, it's not going to be shit. You know, customer can't get next day delivery. It might say delivery for the next Monday because they do this overestimate, underachieve model. And then
Okay.
tomorrow it arrives and then suddenly it's changed to like Thursday is next day delivery or whatever. So the way they see it is they might still get a sale even though the delivery time is longer because people might just really want that product. So they're trying to maximize the sales. So any time really.
So what? When I log into the seller account, where would it tell me on that home screen, or
Just
do I
click
have to
on
go?
your listing. Just go into your inventory and click on your title. And it'll take you to your listing.
It says out of stock, replenish inventory. So
Okay.
definitely not gone in yet.
Even when you've clicked on the title into Amazon Marketplace.
Into my, it says currently unavailable. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just keep checking that. You'll also get an email when it arrives at Amazon and a second email to say that it's going to be on the shelves. And this is a common question I get asked. People go, "Oh my God, it's arrived. I've had the email and it says reserved and it's not live yet. I don't understand why everything's in a reserved and it's not available." And it's basically arrived at the warehouse and they haven't stowed it yet and put it onto the shelf. So
Okay.
if it's reserved, they also sometimes move. So say you're sending it to Stafford, they might move some. So they might move some to London and up to Scotland, so that they've got your product spread for when they get the orders as well. So they're moving it around their system. But if it says, what they try and do is get like 1 or 2 available, but the rest are in reserve. But it'll be any time. So they're kind of dealing with it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it says inbound 20. So does that mean they're on the way? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. Cool. So, Kirsty, go on then quickly about packaging, and then Karen, if you get ready to share, and we'll have
Yeah,
a look at
just a quick one. My products have arrived in their own little plastic bags, but I just wondered if I can just put those bags straight into my mailing bag or whether I need to take them out. I thought there was an advantage of keeping them in the bag because it's already got the suffocation logo on there. But there's other information like the supplier's details and a barcode already on there. So can I keep them in those or do I need to take them out?
Why don't you just send them into Amazon in that?
I could. I've already bought mailing bags because they're see-through, the ones that they've
Right.
arrived in.
So that's
So
fine. Send
is
them in
it?
see-through bags. You just want to cover up the barcode, the Amazon barcode.
So as long as you cover that up with my own barcode, that's fine, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for the one project, I was going to put like I've got the makeup headbands and the wristbands. I think somebody spoke about last week, but I've got a free microfiber face cloth then to go in there. So they've come in pack of 3. So I'm going to split those and put them into the others. So is it okay to put those into another bag because the bag with the headband and the wristbands already on. I've got the
Wanna
material
put-
listing
yeah.
and stuff in. Yeah, but it says, you know, made of polyester. So I'm worried if I put something else in there that didn't originally come out of that bag.
I would just put, you just basically want them to all be in a bag that they not squashed in.
Yeah, it won't be squashed, but I'm just worried that the material might not then reflect what the bag says because there's an extra thing in there that didn't arrive in that bag, if that makes sense. So if I'm going to use the original pack in for the headband and the wristbands,
Yeah.
when I then open my separate packages, because they're 3 packs of microfiber towels, but I'm just putting 1 in. So that then is coming out of his own plastic bag into the other plastic bag.
Yeah.
I'm worried then that it's not going to have the right information on the original package because it says polyester and what I'm adding in there might not be.
Oh,
It just looks neater in a little bag. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I won't worry about that.
Yeah.
Have you got a picture of it? Can you actually show me what you mean?
I can go and actually grab it if you can give me a
Yeah,
second.
go
Just
and
a
grab
sec.
it.
All right.
Let's have a look at it because when you describe it, I'm trying to visualize it. And then Karen, if you can go for sharing your screen.
So I pressed share. What's this?
Okay, so I've got it in the bag itself now, as in the mailing bag that I was going to put it in. But it's come in its own little bag like this with the barcode and everything on. But so these 2 items were in there, and then I've opened a separate item to put that in, which didn't come out of this bag originally.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. You would send this directly to Amazon rather than putting it in the mailing bag?
If it will all fit in securely and it won't fall out, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that
Sometimes,
quite as secure as a mailing bag.
yeah, sometimes you think, actually, I don't think that's going to it could possibly come open, so I'll put it in a mailing bag to make it secure. You just want to make the whole mailing bag thing is to make that item secure inside.
Yeah, I think if they all
Yeah.
started rubbing together, they
Yeah.
could maybe open.
Yeah.
All right,
But that's fine. I would put them all in and then put them in a mailing bag.
lovely. All right, thank you.
No worries. Cool. So the ship from address, I think you put that in. I remember, I feel like this is deja vu. Did you
No,
put
I
something?
did. Yeah.
So the enter the ship from address. So if you were shipping from China, you'd put the manufacturer details in, or if you're shipping from an agent, you put the agent's address. Whichever country, it's mainly about country to country, so that Amazon pick the right warehouse that's near. So when it's to the UK to UK, it really doesn't matter, but you want to put your address in there.
My address, home address.
Is the product with you? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically wherever the goods are being shipped from. So they've coming from you, but obviously if you were doing it from China, it'd be the supplier.
Into Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I just do that quick? Because it was not letting me carry go. Oh, what is this?
It
Gonna go
won't.
slow?
It won't do because it's going to pick the warehouse based on a few things: what space they've got, what distance it is from where it's coming. This is why it's important when we do. I think I brought, was it yesterday, my example of I put my address, my home address in when I was shipping from China to US, and it gave me a completely different warehouse and would have cost me 10 times more.
Oh, okay.
From China. So it's about the distance it is, and Amazon's picking it up on based on the space that they've got and where it's coming from. But in the UK, it doesn't make a big difference. It can be, you can put any UK address because we're tiny, but when you're doing it to the US, it really matters.
Oh, okay. So shall I? It must be on a go
Probably
slow.
fine. Yeah. I mean, you might not want to share your address with us all. I would.
No, it was. Is that why that's happening? Because I
Yeah,
haven't
it
put the
won't let you.
address.
It won't let you go forward until you put the address in.
Oh, okay. I'll have a go with that now then.
Yeah. So maybe
Without sharing. Yeah.
have a go while we're still on the call, and if it still doesn't work, we can share your screen again. But I bet you anything that'll resolve it.
Okay. Thanks.
So yeah, hang
Yeah.
on until you've done it just to make sure, and then you know you've done it.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
So let's go with Sam. Let us know where you're at, because I can't remember any of the questions. I know that you, Alison, and I remember the people that were in the chat today, and I can't remember what everybody needs.
I'm stuck on the listing part. It's with the variations. It's asking me to put some number in, but starting to wonder if it's because of the category. Don't know. You can.
What category is it?
So it's the aprons with the recipes and the spatula that I put a hero image on today. So I did it under home and kitchen.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Because you said
Yeah,
stay away from toys.
It came up, didn't it? Chef apron is the better category to put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you pick that category?
I did it. What the screenshot I put on, I just stopped because I thought it was going to reset the entire listing, start from the beginning. So I was too scared to press it.
No, it's just going to change. So they call it browse nodes. If you, I
Right.
always imagine, probably because of my age, that it's a big Argos catalogue.
Right, yeah.
Do you remember? I think we used to get them in the post, didn't we?
Yeah.
Olders. And
Just
so
tick them all for Christmas.
imagine you've got home and kitchen, you've got beauty, you've got car accessories, and within
Yeah.
each category is a subcategory, and with each subcategory, you've got a subcategory, and that's the browse nodes. That's what they call the browse node, yeah. So they've identified by some words. It never used to be never as clever as this, but now they've got AI. They're spotting and stalking us everywhere.
Yeah.
But they'll spot a word that was like, hey, that shouldn't be in this category. Like it was doing to Neela the other day when we were doing the spice jars. It was trying to get us to go into grocery. So
Yeah.
good thing though, because it's making, they don't want their catalogue to be messed up. They don't want people to be avoiding certain categories to list in another. But there are some products that could be in two. And I think bakery, you're better off putting it in home and kitchen than you are with toys, because it's not a toy, is it?
No, yeah.
So yeah, the category thing is fine. If you want to share your screen, you can have a quick look.
Yeah, let me just not use this computer again. I used to always use this, and now I've reverted back from a Windows. If I just go on Google Chrome, is it just going to allow Zoom? Yeah. Oh, I've got to change the settings. For God's sake.
And
Sorry.
And the only suffocation label you need is if you've got like a bag, basically, a plastic bag. I don't think you have you?
Okay. No, I have.
No, yeah.
Thanks.
And then after, I was going to say Daniel then. After Sam,
It
we'll.
does say Daniel.
That's what I was looking at. We'll go to Alison. And then let me just check. Who else have we got?
Right. Can you see that?
And Deb. There's Alison and Deb. Is there anyone else that I've missed off? Let me know. Right. So go back to the product identity, because that's the browse node, isn't it?
No.
This might disappear because you've had it open for so long as well, you know. Just so you know. Don't think it's me coming in and messing up with your listing. If it disappears. That's my legal claimer. If you go to edit here.
Okay. That's what scared me.
Edit product type will clear the form. Oh yeah, you haven't got much choice. So it's gonna, they're actually telling you in a white you're listing. You've got all of the
That's why I just was like, all right, no, I'm gonna wait till later.
the thing
Yeah,
is
I've done it all in Jungle
home is
Scout. I
not
have got it all.
home is not specific enough, and you want it to be in
I
the
know.
category because people can search in that category as well. Some customers look in the subcategory for a product. So you've got no choice,
Right, pressing it.
unfortunately.
I have got it all in Jungle Scout, so it really isn't the.
It's logged you
Oh.
out anyway, so it would have done that. So I know some of you are doing two listings, aren't you? And so you've got one done and then you're working on the second. Some of you, like Suzanne, are waiting on products. When do you think have you got any update on where it's at? Because you had customs yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, it's still the same. I had some delivered today, but still, I haven't replied to your message earlier. I'm still waiting for half of the rolling pins and mats.
Right, okay.
And half the measuring spoon. It's not something I can just go and buy and add to it. There's quite a few bits.
If you've got, have you got any full sets of stuff?
No, about 4.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you've got like, how many are you doing in total?
Sorry,
How
30.
many? 30. I was going to say, if you've got like 10, get them in. Do you know
I
what
haven't got that many. No, they only sent about 4 of the stirrings, the mixing spoons. So I've got all of those. And I haven't got the mini cutters that I'm putting one in as a freebie.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, it gives you more time to be tweaking your images and getting everything else ready, unless you've done everything already.
no, Gail helped me with one of the images because I was struggling to get them to look real instead of stuck on the table, or
Right,
it's really hard putting them on without making it
Get
look.
the 3D in it where it looks
Yeah,
like
it's really difficult. I mean, I can do the others, but it was just trying to get the items of the, the project items actually in the pictures. But I think we've got that.
Okay, cool.
I've just got to do the measurement ones and some, get some.
And you're also doing the recipe cards. That was it. You were laminating those, weren't
Don't even go that I would show you my kitchen table, but yeah, fighting never again. It's cost me a fortune. The ink has cost me a fortune.
Has it?
Yeah.
I've done some, I mean, it might be a bit late to say this. I've done some recipes with mine, but I've just printed out a QR code and put them on WordPress.
Well, that's a good
You know,
idea.
so
I just wanted them on what I've done.
Wanted it physical, yeah. You wanted
I've done them so
physical.
that they're
yeah,
white as well, so that the kid. I mean, they're not really for young kids to read. It's going to be the parents, but the children will still touch them, won't they, and hold
Need
them.
to get
yeah,
a lump of cookie dough on it. You can
Yeah.
quite hot fire. So I think it's good because some people might be like, oh yeah, I want the QR code because I have my iPad as my recipe book already.
I
And
was
other,
just
and
thinking
other
of
people will be like,
grandparents,
yeah,
maybe, or
other people will be like, I want the physical. So he's serving two
yeah.
customers. So both are right in their own
in
way.
their own way. Yeah.
It
Um,
was just sort of a
and this is
cost-free way to do it.
This is the great thing. I know I'm sure there's somebody else, and I can't think who it is, that's also doing a baking or apron set. And remember, we're not all doing the same. There's enough room in the market for us all to be doing different variations of it. And it's a good little test because you can, if you think about it, if you're testing and then you're going to tweak when you reorder and say you get all the items, you get a supplier in China to do it, then if you've also had someone in the group who's done a similar bundle and theirs has done better or worse than yours, you can
Yeah.
you in a way you got your two little tests or your three little tests as a collective. Do you know what I mean? So you can compare like, oh, what can I tweak to make this even better next time or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see if the physical recipe cards
It
or
was the rich work. Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So this is
I was hoping for a cookery book, but I just couldn't find one that was cheap enough.
Oh
for
yes, I remember you were
expensive.
looking at that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have been more weighty, a book.
And that again, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I can think of that you said last night that's put the price up of the fulfillment fee. 'Cause
Yeah.
it
Well,
just,
you remember you can submit to get it
yeah,
when the actual
once
site
they start selling, yeah.
away and everything like that. When you get the first sale back, you might see it changes.
Out of curiosity, going off on a tangent a little bit, will we get to see everybody if everybody wants to share their link? Because obviously we know everybody's name, but
Well, the
to
great thing is, this is
selling.
what with the you see, you're just jumping ahead again, Suzanne.
Oh God, sorry.
Tomorrow, when we're talking about reviews and stuff, we could do something pretty savvy in the group. We're just going to make sure that we all don't buy one product, we all don't buy the other product, because then Amazon will be.
Not for that reason. I was just curious and
But
to be
also,
interested to see how everybody does.
yeah, absolutely. We want
And
to.
at the end of it, we take Anna out and everybody buys her a cocktail and she gets completely rat-arsed and then tells us all the secrets.
I'm telling you all the secrets anyway. There's
Absolutely.
nothing I'm hiding. But yeah, absolutely. Like we'll be. It's not going to just suddenly on Friday at midnight on Friday.
Midnight.
Our relationship. We'll be all still in the group, and everybody will still be launching and sharing. What we don't want to do, even in our group, is share the link to our product. We can take a screenshot when we see it live. Because we don't want to be doing that to other people, to be searching other people's product and clicking on it, just because we just don't want to get into this habit of clicking and not buying. If we click on someone else's product, we've got to buy it. That's the rule. But we can obviously share. We're sharing our results and what's working and what's not working and helping each other. So yeah.
Did it really, really, really knock it down that much? Just somebody looking and coming backwards and forwards.
Obviously, one person isn't, but I know there was a guy that I was working with who did one of these neck fans in the US market, and he hit a 10K month in a really short space of time. It was only like 4-6 weeks after launch. I think he started with 500 units, and it was going really well. And he shared in a group that I was part of, that we were all supporting. I was coaching them, and he overnight it dropped. The sales dropped because he shared. He was like, "Oh my God, I think he'd hit a bestseller position," and he was sharing his figures, and everyone was like, "What is he doing? I want to go nosy." Just naturally, no one, and he didn't do it on purpose. And he was like, he actually reached out and said, "I can't believe it. After I shared in the group, my sales have been literally nosedived the following week." And he was like, "I just can't understand it." And I went, "I know exactly why." And I said, I thought it when he shared it, we're just hoping that maybe a few people might have bought it as they nosed. So if it's a lot of people, I think it probably was like 20, 30 people, but it wasn't huge numbers, so it can affect it.
Did they
Right.
pick back up after that then, the sales?
Yeah, it will. It'll bounce back from whatever. But what you're going to remember is, and this is what I'm going to come into tomorrow. But anyway, I might as well tell you now. What you're going to remember is sales breeds sales. No sales breeds no sales. So, like, if I have a really good week, I know the following week is going to be pretty good. But it can be, especially at this time of year, because there's more traffic as we get close to Christmas. But if I have a really poor week, I'll do anything to get my sales back up, even if it is dropping the price, because I know sales breed sales. Do you know what I mean? So it's orders that help you get up to #1 position. So it's just remembering how the algorithm works. So you want to do it strategically. So if you're going to share in the group, just share a picture, you know what I mean? So when we launch and we're like, hey, is anybody interested in this product? Or I'm really proud it's live or whatever. But if anybody is interested in helping me out, or if anybody's looking for this for any of their children for Christmas or whatever, this is the product. And so you just search for that item. But I'm gonna be sharing more of the launch stuff tomorrow. I keep going into it. So if you watch the video from today and read those terms of service, you're gonna be set up ready for the launch bit, because that's warming you up to what Amazon's all about and how it all works. Cool. So let's click edit again for the product type.
So it won't. It
Actually,
keeps
it's
asking me
not
to
the
sign
product.
in.
In fact, hold on, the product type. Oh yeah, the product type. If you go into the home and kitchen, the box below it, it should be in the home section.
Don't you need to then put it into another
Yeah, just
subsection?
yeah.
Or is
Let's
that what it is?
type in home and kitchen and put apron in that box.
What in here?
Yeah,
Well, let me type in there. It's drop down.
search in home and kitchen.
Mine was telling me to put it in bakeware, but mine's slightly different.
Yeah. So let's have a look here. Scroll down.
Ah, search. There it is. It's logged me out on this one. It won't even let me save it as a draft. Or as
Let's go back to that home and kitchen bit and see if we can find the drop down. Scroll down.
what do you mean? Type apron here.
Yeah.
Working now. No
Uh,
matches.
all right. Delete. Just see if we can find the category from the drop down, because it's giving us options. So keep scrolling here. Keep going. Let's see if we can see. Loads of candles.
I know. Kitchen and vacuums.
I don't think home maybe is the right one, and that's what it's flagging up, isn't it?
Mm,
There's a cooking set.
Yeah.
There's a one that says cooking and dining or something, which is what my bakeware came under. That
Yeah, have a look in
it
there.
kept directing me to that.
mm,
I don't think it's any of these, is it?
no.
So go to edit the product type, and you're just going to have to go with proceed.
This is where it keeps asking me to sign in, but I'm signed in on this tab perfectly fine, but I've got no drafts. Would it make me start anyway from the beginning?
I think so, yeah.
Right. So do I just is this it?
Yeah,
So it's
click
add
that.
products. Don't know why it'll sign me on one tab and not the
You can
other.
try and do it as we go and have a look at.
See, it's signed out on one tab. It's because it's all signed out.
Yeah, but it said it was going to make you start again. So, you can, if you go to blank form, start.
Anna, won't she need to log in again though? First.
I thought she was already logged in. She's already
Yeah,
logged
I'm
in.
logged on this tab, and the other one's just logged me out and won't let me log back
It'll
in
be the
though.
same. It'll be the same though. I
If
think
you,
our old one is expired basically, but we want it open to copy and paste from it at the moment.
but when mine do that, if one of them's logged out, it means they're all logged out.
Yeah, but she logged in on another one.
Oh,
That one's logged out from before, but and it's just hanging out there so we can copy it.
all right, sorry.
I think. I'm not 100%. Let's see. So apron smock, is that
Just come up.
before? Chef aprons, sports fan aprons, disposable aprons, apron smock. That must be it. Click confirm. And then the next one, it's going to give you the options.
Is there anyone else is really slow when they were doing this, or is it just me?
Well, it's interesting actually. A few of my Amazon 101 group was saying that I think Karen and Leslie actually, is Leslie still on here? Has Leslie gone?
Yeah, mine was as well.
A few people have been saying, and I think, oh yeah, Leslie is still on. You were saying you had a problem with Leslie, didn't you? I created a listing this week. I didn't think it was that slow, but I think it might just be a lot of people using the platform right now because this is you're
Busiest week.
on the busiest week of Amazon's all time. So and each year it's getting busier and busier. So the platform's being overused. Sports and outdoors, we don't want any of those. We don't want fashion, do we? I suppose we don't want to be in fashion. Let's scroll down. We don't want to be in toys and games.
Yeah, we don't.
We want to be in home and maybe no, we don't want to be DIY. Go up a little bit.
Kitchen.
You
Oh,
could be
sports.
DIY and tools. Or that one, yeah. I don't know why it's sports now.
Sports and outdoors. That's strange.
It's either that one or DIY and tools, safety and security, work safety equipment and gear. No, that's not that one. I think either that one or one of the garden and outdoors ones, but it's not even a barbecue apron, is it? I think
No, it's
kitchen and
different.
dining is where you want to be, and that's giving you kitchen and dining, isn't it? So where is everybody else for competition putting theirs?
When I did Jungle Scout, it was a mix between toys and home and kitchen. It's a strange
think it
thread,
is a
that,
chef
isn't it?
It is a chef apron, and it's going to keep probably diverting you to it. But kitchen and dining and aprons is good, but I don't know why it's in sports and outdoors.
Mm.
But I think that's probably going to be it. Otherwise, it's going to keep flagging it to get you to change the category.
So we're sticking with that one.
I would. So you've got colour variations, have you?
Yeah, and that's
then-
where it was tripping me up on
So
that.
if you click brand name, this product doesn't have a brand name, and I don't have a product ID.
I am clicking it. It's just
Okay.
it's so slow. It was painful today. It just kept telling me to wait.
Yeah, it's normally not as slow as this. Has anyone got a question while we're doing this? And then we'll come to Alison and Deb.
Would it
With the
not be better?
barcodes, go on.
Don't all speak at once.
I know, yeah. Would it not be better just to have one Amazon account open and one Jungle Scout? And know that you've definitely logged in, like Becky says, to one Amazon and one
Get
Jungle.
rid of that.
Yeah.
That's what might be slowing it down.
You were copying it from there, aren't you? But it's basically just
Copy it from Jungle Scout, then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Close the other Jungle Scouts then.
Can't see him because of that. Some sharing. That's it.
Why don't you? Because it's going to take you to the product. It's going to take you to the description and the product details before it takes you to the variations. So don't
Yeah.
anything on the variations. But when you've filled in the description and the product details, let us know and we'll
Yeah.
we screen back at
Come
variation.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's move on to. So Alison, you were asking about keywords, and Deb. What was, I'm just scrolling back on the chat unless I missed what I need help too as well. So what do you need help with, Deb?
Yeah, and I was going to try and share my screen with you. It's just the variations. You know, because I've got the single, you can buy one or you can buy
Oh,
6.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask you does it throw up 2 different barcodes for me then? Because I've got.
Yeah.
So how's that going to work? Because I've not
So
got them in.
So it's like you've got 2 products. So you're going to have one that's a set of one set that's going to have one of each item, which is going to it's 3 items in a set, isn't it?
Yes.
So one barcode is going to be a set of 3 of each of the items. So it's one single set. And then another bundle is going to be how many? 6.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking now, should I have done that or should I have just kept them single?
What do you mean? So what were you?
I'm going to put my video on. So hang on a sec. So yeah, here it is in this back. So it's that.
Let me just pin you. Right, okay, yeah. So
that's one set.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize if I'm selling 6, I'll need to put 6 in one bag, won't I?
Yeah.
And I've only got 40. So how many would you make up of 6?
So
Maybe
you've got
just
40 sets altogether.
I've got 40 bags.
Yeah. So you could do it in smaller quantities, but I do think when we validated your product, a lot of the competition had multi-packs, and I think that's going to be a big thing. You know, like the host of a party, rather than a mother buying it for a person that's going to go on a party. I think it's going to be the party host that buys 5 sets or 6 sets or 8 sets or whatever, you know, for how many girls have got. That's just my opinion. That's what the market looked like.
Yeah, it did.
What you could do, if you've got 40, you could do 10 packs of 4 and not even do a variation. Sell them in packs of 4, because then, or packs of 2. You could do a 2 variation and a 4. Or, because I think if you sell them singly, you're not going to do this trial as just that's just my opinion. I think you might get the odd person that buys one as a stocking filler.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The idea was that we have one as a stocking filler and one as like a bundle for a party.
Right.
I think I would go for either doing one scenario, if you don't want to do 2 scenarios, and do either 2 or 4. So you've got 20 packs of 2 or 10 packs of 4. That's what I do. Because then someone who's doing it as a stocking filler would still, if they've got 2 daughters or they've got 2 nieces, or they've got a daughter and a niece, they might buy 2, even for a stocking filler. And then somebody else that was doing it for a party is going to buy the 4. Or multiples of the 2. I think if you're going to do one, I wouldn't do just a single. I'd do multi. So either 2, even 3. But because you've got 40, I'd either do it as a set of 2 or a set of 4.
Yeah, because the other issue I was coming up against, I think it was a bit, Suzanne spoke about it last night, because of the fulfillment cost, I wasn't making any money really. Well, just, just by selling one, because the fulfillment was £5.64, which was quite
That seems
expensive.
a bit high. That seems a bit high.
Yeah, and I made sure the 20% VAT was off, and it's quite expensive for that.
Have
So
you
I
got
was,
the right cubic volume and the size? Weight? Because that might be, if the fees are a bit too high, that might be what's clocking up the fulfillment costs. And you might notice
yeah,
the price at Amazon, it comes down. That seems quite high for that.
it does,
But
doesn't it?
what I would do is I'd make a decision and either go for a pack of 2 or a pack of 4. If you had more,
Right.
I'd do a pack of 2 and a pack of 6. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would.
Because
I think
yeah, because I quite like the 6 idea, because if you're having a girls' sleepover, 6 is usually a good number. But mind you, a four,
4
I
too
guess.
much because people just multiply how many they need.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make that decision.
At least if you've
Um,
got 2, like what would you be selling it for? Because you also want to make sure you're between 15 and 35 ideally. If it was a set of 2, what would be the price point?
well, I was doing one for, I couldn't make up my mind. I was either saying £7.99 or £8.99 for one.
So 2 would probably be like 15 quid, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
4 could be like 25 to 30, depending on
Yeah.
all your numbers.
Yeah.
So yeah, those price points work as well. Whereas actually
Okay.
under 10 quid is difficult.
It is.
And
Especially if that fulfillment price.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. I'll make a decision on that tomorrow. Um,
or you could even
th-
do a set of 3, because then people get to it would work in any 2, 3, or 4. It
okay.
works out even numbers with 2 and 4, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that's great, Anna. Thanks for that. Suffocation label. Do I need one on that bag?
What's the bag that it's in? You'll need it on the bag that it's in, I
Oh,
think.
will I? That's just organza.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's
Some
fine.
people put them on mailing bags. I don't put them on mailing bags because I see the mailing bag as a shipping bag. But some people do. It's more if
Okay.
it's a see-through bag.
Okay. All right. So it's not a necessity then for the mailing bag.
No, it's not a necessity for the mailing bag. But if it's a
Okay.
see-through bag, it is.
Okay, that's fine. That's answered my questions. Hopefully I'll get barcodes done tomorrow, make a decision, get barcodes done. So that's good. It's
Yeah,
cleared it up for me.
yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Cool. No worries. So Alison, let's go to you.
Okay, so save the best till last. I've just had an absolute brain block. So I've got Wednesday, Thursday is last week to catch up on lives.
Yeah.
But going back to the beginning where we're on Jungle Scout, so I'm on there now, and trying to get my keywords. So I'll go on to, this is the system I've got in my head. So I'll go on to the normal Amazon. So I'm doing a bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to do it for each of the items in the bundle.
Oh yeah, because you've got you're gonna have quite a lot of keywords because you've got.
Yeah,
I would pick out the main items in that bundle that you think people
yeah,
are searching for, because some of the items they might not be.
yeah,
Like in a bundle, because you've got 3 or 4 items, like the corkscrew or the nutcracker are going to be the
yeah,
main.
the main ones, yeah,
And the others are sort of sundries to it, really. But
yeah,
you also want to make sure that you've got a lot of gift keywords in there, because you want to think, remember what we talked about? You were saying that it was going to be, you were thinking that it's going to be a gift that, like, you know, for auntie and uncles or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
We looked on someone else's product and one of those keywords came up. I think it was like
Yeah.
present for auntie or something like that. So you want to make sure that you're getting all of those type keywords in where people don't know what they're looking for, but they're looking
Yeah.
for suggested gift for.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm on Jungle Scout now. So I've got you on my phone, so I can't share my screen. So I'm on Jungle Scout and I go into well no, I go into Amazon first. I
Yeah,
find the item, I
yeah.
find the ASIN number, I copy the number, then I paste it into Jungle Scout on the so I'm in keyword optimization. I click onto keyword list.
You want to be in Keyword Scout.
Okay, hang on then. I wonder if that's
You
where I've
don't,
been
you're
struggling
not do-
today
'cause
then.
you can do it through the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, but if you haven't got the Chrome extension or you're sharing, copy the ASIN and go to Keyword Scout. It'll bring up the list, and then you tick them off and add them to the keyword list.
All right then. So, and I've got to put my marketplaces, obviously the UK. I think this is what I've done wrong then today, because I've nearly thrown my computer out the window today because I've been really ratty with it. Because I've been let me just do one then while I'm on the phone.
The thing
So
is, you're also going to remember it's the first time you're doing it, isn't it? So
yeah.
when you
So
know, this is why it's good to kind of do it a few times on different ones.
yeah.
You get it stuck in your head.
So I managed to get loads before the weekend for the corkscrew, and I've got all of those listed, and they're
Okay.
all really good numbers. So now I'm on the Nutcracker. I'll scroll down and click on one. ASIN. Oh, ads to
So
paper
you
everywhere.
basically you just want to tick the ones that you want and add it to that original list, whatever that list name is that you've called.
Yeah, but it's not coming up as the word, and this is what my problem is. So I'll go into Jungle Scout. Now I enter this on here now.
A really handy tip that I learned after I'd already done my keyword searches, you can search up to 10 ASIN numbers in one search. So I did all of my different products separately. And then I found this video showing you that you could paste up to 10 ASIN.
Oh, could you?
You can, but you've got to click on them all.
Sorry.
Oh, right. Oh, I was going to say, is it easy to write them down then and do it that way and then type them in?
Just copy and paste it.
You can put
I wouldn't know how to copy and paste 10 things and paste 10 things.
You can put multiple ASINs in, but you remember when it comes out of the list, you've got to click on those different ASINs to get those
Yeah,
keywords.
yeah. I'm still not moving forward then. So on my list.
It'd be cool. Can you not share your screen on your laptop so we can have a look?
No, because I'm on the Mac for the Jungle Scout and Amazon, and I've got my phone for tonight's Zoom. So can I turn my screen round on the phone? Would that work?
You can. I don't know if we'll be able to see, but maybe let me see if I can spotlight you.
Hang on then. I don't know what you can see.
Right,
I don't.
I can see that.
Okay, so I've got the bottle openers, wine openers. I'll just scroll down, and then these are just ASIN numbers here, and these were different nutcrackers, and one was the Tito. I thought perhaps it's the nutcrackers. So these have come up as cooking and dining, and all the easy to rank. So they were all okay. But these have just come up as the numbers, and I'm obviously doing something wrong.
Oh, it's hard for me to say. Scroll to the. What have you got at the top of that page?
Hang on then.
You're on the keyword lists, I think. So you need
Yeah,
to
because
go on
that's
to
where all my things are listed though. So have I put them in the wrong place?
So you just need one list. That's all you need.
Yeah,
So if you go to Keyword Scout,
yeah. So just to show you here, this is Tiffany's words because we're sharing. So this is me. Oh, this is me. So if I go onto Keyword Scout, And
And
then
then
there's nothing there.
you put the ASIN in there.
Hang on then.
So paste it in there. And this is where you can put multiple ASINs in, but you've got to remember when you put multiple ASINs in that you make sure you're clicking on each one when it's done the search. But I think it'd probably be better for you to do one at a time.
Yeah, it would, because I'm not that very
So
techy, as you can see.
if you put one ASIN in there,
Hang on then. I'll just copy it off the list. So. It's not pasting now.
I would copy it from Amazon rather than, I'm not sure what you've done with those lists there. I think you've been trying to search for the keywords in the list rather than because you get the keywords in Keyword Scout and you tick which ones and save it into your list.
Yeah. So if I go into Amazon,
Yeah, find that ASIN and copy it.
so there's one. This is the one that I've just copied. So and then back in here. So it's not copying now. I'm obviously doing something wrong. It's not copying now.
If you go to Keyword Scout and just type in Nutcracker, you can put ASINs in, but you can also search by keywords. The reason why we're looking at the ASINs is we want to know what the competition are using. So just for this exercise,
Just put search there.
You'll see the list, and then all those keywords that are underneath there now, you would, if you tick one of them or a couple of them that you think are good on the left-hand side, that have got big volumes in, if you just click one of them now, or one or two of them, just to show you, just click one of them.
The ticks, yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you tick one, and then you see where at the top it says add to list.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, and then you click that, and then it's going to come up with this, and then you add it to your list. So what we need to do is put the ASIN in Keyword Scout, and then it's going to come up with all the keywords. You tick all the ones that you want and add it to the list. Then you get the next ASIN, tick all the ones that you want in it, add to the list. And in the end, your list should have between 100 and 200 keywords in it. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, let me know.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
I think you were looking for them in the keyword list. You've got to get all the keywords, tick them in Keyword Scout.
List, yeah, I've been trying to add them on keyword lists.
Yeah. So it's just getting your head around which bits it is, and that's exactly what these calls are for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because I've got
first time you've done it, and it can be so frustrating. You're like, why is she not coming?
Oh, I was getting so ratty today. I was dreaming about you last night. I've got my little bags ready.
That looks cute.
Everything's all bagged up inside and all wrapped up with like green and red and white tissue paper inside. It'd be
good if you could have a picture of that bag on the image.
Yeah, I've done that on the Canva. I've done that on the front. Yeah, okay.
So just remember Keyword Scout, save them in your keyword list, and then you want to go to manage products for the listing builder. The video I did on day 8, which would have been Wednesday.
Yeah, I've watched it today, but it wasn't making sense because I've been going into keyword lists.
Right, okay. No worries, that should help you now. Maybe pop back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm here tomorrow.
And then we can make sure that you're going from getting the listing into Amazon and helping you move on there. No worries.
Cheers,
Cool.
Anna. Thanks,
Glad we
everybody.
can sort that out. Yeah, no
Thank you.
worries. Right, so Laura's had to go. Sam saying managed it again, stuck again on the product, on the variations products. Right, let's have a look. Share your screen again. And if anybody else has got any of these, no matter how small or big that you think it is, sometimes it's the smallest of things that disable us moving forward, like just with Alison. And it's these kind of calls where we can share our screen that just helps us move on to that next step. So if anyone's got anything, remember there isn't such a thing as a silly question. So right.
I tried to just put
Don't put
001 in, but you need 8 digits.
If you just go to new on the other side,
What do you mean?
if you just go to offering condition type,
Oh, here.
yeah, and put not in that one, the one below, put new. See, normally you just put in these and the prices, ignore the external product ID.
Yeah, so they've got these stars on. This is
Yeah,
what's.
but just go to your price.
I need to figure this out as well. This is another thing I need
I'm
to.
trying to think because I created a variation listing last night. It didn't ask me the external product ID if I put in product identity.
So when I was doing this, I was watching, you know, when you did the example with the wreath on
Yeah.
Kajabi. I had that on my phone doing this, and it didn't come up on yours because you did a variation on there.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been the category, but now we've changed it. It's still done it, so
Just
I
put
don't
the
think.
price. Just put the price in.
Can I change this? Because I need to work it out. Right.
You can change it after. Just put anything
Right.
in. And Eleanor, who has been a whiz on variations by Amazon 101 group, have you had this where it's popped up external product ID? I think
No, someone else had this same problem. And I
no, I'm
didn't
trying to
get
think
this.
who it was. Someone had the scroll to
It
the
was
right a minute.
it was me, Anna. I had this problem.
Who's that? Who's
That's
saying?
Deb. Deb.
Help.
Okay, scroll to the right. Is it not asking you for numbers? No, it's not. Right, scroll down. Go to ASIN. Go to external product type and put in ASIN. I want to avoid having to do a flat file. So if it must be some categories that it pops up. Right, try putting 000 or see if you can go to the offer page now. See if it lets you go to the offer page.
What do you mean off a page?
Just click delete there.
What, and press submit?
Just click submit. Go
They're
to,
the 3, aren't they?
go to offer at the top. Just see if it lets you click on a different tab and it disappears or not.
What do you mean?
Right,
Oh, right off. Right, I'm with you.
And then go back. And then scroll down. Yeah, somebody else had this. I'm trying to think what
So I
song.
tried to do this, and then it says something like it needs to be 8 characters. So I did like 7 zeros and
Just do 8 zeros.
yeah, I tried this.
But put it in all of them. Trying to think what sorted it out.
Is there something like when you've put the product identity information in, have you put something in there that's causing this to happen? Because I'm wondering, like the product ID, you know, one of the first boxes that you put in. Can't remember what it says without opening the listing.
But I think she ticked no product ID.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what was taking so long. No, that's when I went off, wasn't it? Because it was being really slow.
Is it on all attributes?
Has it, I'm sorry to say this again, but has it timed out? Because sometimes it does these things when it's timed out.
No, because I mean I did it quite fast then because I've been waiting while everyone else and
Go to all attributes. Go to all attributes.
on the left hand
Can't see
side.
that.
Left hand side.
Ah, right, I can see that. Thank you.
And then go back to product identity. Go back to variations. Trying to think what fixed this when someone had this in other group. Scroll down a bit. Go to ASIN. Trying to think what it had in those boxes on mine.
Anna, can I just say I had this same problem, and see how you've clicked on ASIN and underneath it says the UPC. That should be blank. Because I did exactly the same thing about 4 times. I didn't put anything in those boxes because when it first comes up, they're blank.
Yeah.
Unless you click on ASIN. If you don't click on anything, you just leave it blank, that won't happen.
Right, that's
So
what
that's what the
mine.
problem is, because that's exactly what happened to me.
So
I
did
was
you
trying to
because that's why I was saying don't do anything in the variations until I get here. Did you
Yeah.
click
No, it was blank. I've clicked that with you. It was blank and it still wouldn't let me go forward.
Remove the zeros. Let's see if we can get round it.
Has anybody else done variations and it's just not asked them this?
Hi,
Go
Anna. I had the same problem. And I think the way I got round it was taking off the variation at the beginning and then getting I got the ASIN number or the SKU number, and then I was able to put in a parent as a parent on one of them, and I'm sure that worked. So I went back to the beginning, took off the variation,
Yeah.
and then got the SKU number or the ASIN number, I can't remember which. And then once I had that number, then I went back and put a variation in.
Yes, I remember somebody doing that.
Right, okay. So go to product identity.
Delete those variations and just submit the parent, yeah. I think you need to have variations ticked because it might not let you tick it afterwards.
Yeah, it won't do. I'm just trying to think this through in my head.
Press continue and delete. Oh,
I can. Oh, it's getting messy, isn't it?
if you just click that and delete the variation table.
But then will that not let me add variations after that?
How did you do it, Heather?
Okay, so I'm sure I ticked off
Oh,
that. So
it's all on you.
variations.
You did what?
I ticked that there was no variation. So
Yeah.
then that gave me
And then you went to the offer. You didn't save it. You
Yeah,
went to
no, I
Okay.
didn't save it. I went in and got the offer. Yeah,
Right,
to the offer
untick it.
product.
Untick it then. Right, and then go to the offer tab.
Just being slow.
Okay, no worries. Well done, Karen. Shipping label done.
Could we use thermal printers for the barcodes or?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because
You can click that as the option when it goes to
right.
different labels.
It's just being super slow now.
But basically, what I think Heather's suggesting is that we delete it. We delete that it's a variation. We don't save it. We then will get the SKU from the offer tab, and then we go back and then create as a variation again and put that SKU into that box. But I don't know.
If it doesn't work, could I not just do 3 listings?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can do.
suppose.
It just means
Well,
that the great thing about variations is it's one set of reviews.
yeah, oh yeah, of course.
It's also one ad if you ever do an ad, like a paid ad, because you could do one for the red, and then when people come in, they see that you've got the blue and the white or whatever colours you've got.
Yeah,
If you go to offer, then
should be as well.
normally it doesn't do this with variations, but if there's been an error, sometimes it does, and then you have to do it by a flat file, which is this huge spreadsheet. I did work great. Is that the variations, Jamie?
Just being really slow. Sorry, everybody.
Don't worry. Has anyone got any questions to chip in?
Just got a
Right.
quick one. This is Anna. 'Cause when I put my ASIN in and create the account, so like for that dog brush, for example, it brings up loads and then it pre-populates it. And you said to create it as new. So would that then create a new ASIN?
Yeah, you want to go to
Yeah.
you want to add a new listing or just go
Otherwise, you're copying somebody else's details, aren't you?
you're basically just doing retail arbitrage where you're selling against that.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Okay.
want to create your own listing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're putting all
Excuse me.
words in. Because you don't know if you're jumping on a listing whether it's or you can see for Jungle Sky if it's selling, but you want to be different. If that makes sense. You missed, Jamie, where you said I did worked great. What were you showing off about?
I'm not showing off. No, the thermal printing labels.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not showing off.
I did work great. I just Googled local place to take the parcel. Yeah, it's easier to do the drop off. And thermal print, any printer works. You can link it up to any printer.
Yeah. Right, I've got this SKU number. What do I do with this?
Right, go back to product identity and make it a variation again.
It's so painfully slow. Please feel free to ask questions in waiting for this.
Maybe if you stop sharing, it'll be quicker. I find when I'm on my screen, it's so slow. Anyone got any other questions? Anything that's not clear? Because obviously variation listings are a pain in the backside.
And everything's gone a bit well ahead of me, but you see when you're on about the I haven't got my stock, so I'm a bit behind, but I thought I'll ask now while you're talking about, you know, when you're on about the printing the labels, if you've got a printer at home, do you need to buy a certain thing that it can print onto, or do you need, or
you can just buy label paper.
Label paper.
You can go to, I'm trying to think where it sells them now. I order them online.
Amazon.
Yeah, just order it off Amazon.
Order it now on Amazon and be there in the morning.
That's what I was thinking. If
I would say most of you are going to use 27 on a sheet or 21, 21, 24, 27 on a sheet.
I got the 27 ones that you said.
And they're probably how big? Yeah, they'll be
A4. Yeah, they were like the little
A4.
Yeah. No, the sheets are A4, but you
A4.
got 7 on a sheet.
Yeah.
And then you just put them in your printer, and when you get your print item label for your barcode, it will ask you how many labels you need. So if you're sending in 30, you put in 30, and then it tells you what size sheet, and that's where it gives you the option to do a thermal printer, or you can just click 27 on an A4, and then it'll print that size and match up to your printer.
Okay, and your thermal printers are them ones that you were on about the other day off Amazon?
Yeah.
Little fancy label printers. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
No worries. Now, the great thing is when you're doing all of this, what you all don't realize is you're learning the process. So when you are outsourcing to a supplier, like I've done it where DHgate, which is a little bit like AliExpress and Temu, I've taught a Chinese seller on there to barcode for me, and I've emailed them the barcode, because you find these shortcuts where you're like, actually, I want it directly to Amazon, so I don't have to do this job. Do you know what I mean? So once you understand how to do it, and it might just, you might be like, oh, well, I could have read it on a video or watched on a video and I'd understand, but you kind of don't get it until you do it properly. Which barcode goes where and the shipping label and all that. So it makes it easier when you're outsourcing so that you can then be a bit more hands-free. Because let's face it, you won't want to have 1,000 units when you come into your house that you're going to have to barcode and put your shipping label on. But it's really good doing this process yourself, because it makes you understand everything that you're doing. What's the limits on size and quantity at UPS drop-off points? There is a size, and it will say, how big are your units? Are you sending quite a lot in then? How many boxes have you got?
I think it's going to be probably about 5 or 6 big boxes. You know, the maximum you can send into Amazon, like the 21-inch either way.
I would probably get them to pick up them.
Right.
It'll be easier.
I just thought if I had it ready for Wednesday, I'm actually on my way up to Aberdeen Thursday, Friday with my mum, so I was hoping I could ever just drop it off, save me wait until next week to send in.
Right, yeah. There must be limits on drop-off, but I don't know, because I've never done loads of boxes.
I don't know. I'm just looking at all the UPS drop-off points, and a lot of them are for like one box going to the, the big steel container, these steel boxes. So is it going to have to be depot drop-offs, not or shop drop-offs? Because some of these sites are those boxes, aren't they?
A lot of them are post offices for the
Oh,
Amazon drop-off. Yeah.
So we shop at the bottom of the hill that takes them. I just didn't know if they would take my 6 boxes.
I know.
I hate that.
I'm trying to think where you'd be able to find out. Let me have a little Google, or
I have been Googling, but I'm coming up with nothing. It's just no easy to find.
I would have thought 6 boxes of that size would be fine, because I was doing like my hoverboards and my scooters, and I'd take 5 or 10 of them down. So I'm sure the 6 boxes, which are a bit bigger, will be fine.
The worst they can do is turn me away.
Exactly. And they might say, but I'll take some, come back tomorrow with the others. At least you got some going in.
Yeah.
Sam's saying my entire computer's crashed now. I'll give that a go and be in touch tomorrow. So what you need to do is go back to the variation, remember, and then put that SKU as one of the SKUs and see if it works. Because when you create a variation listing, say you create a variation with 2 colours, blue and red. If you've then got another listing that you had as a single that was white, you can merge that white into your blue and red listing. So see if it lets you create one variation at least, and then it'll be easy adding them on.
Is that the best way to do it then, if you're having problems? 3 separate listings and then just merge them?
Yeah, but one of those you have to create as a variation.
Okay.
You can only merge if you've got one variation and then like 2 single to merge in, because basically it gives you the option to add more variations to more colors, or it'll say add a single SKU. So if you've got a variation of a blue one and then you've got red and yellow separately, you can just add a single SKU and put that SKU in, it'll merge it. It's easier to show you though, which I know we're having problems. So let us know, Sam, if it allows you to create that one. If not, if you have any problems, I can jump on at like 1:45 or something tomorrow just to kind of help you. Alison's got 37 keywords. Do I need to put gifts for auntie, etc. in keyword search? Well, you want to be looking for all of you want to be thinking what I would do. The easiest way is look for ASINs. So if you search on Amazon yourself for gifts for Christmas gifts, say, or wine lovers gifts, or auntie gifts, or cousin gifts, or whoever you think, what you've got to be thinking of the customer. And if you see a product that might have nothing to do with yours, but you can see it's selling under that keyword, I'd want to see what other keywords they've got. Now, it might be a bath bomb set. So a lot of those keywords will be associated with bath bombs, but you might find something there that's like gifts for Christmas. You're going to get all of the right gifty keywords that are going to be associated for the right products in your niche. Or if you don't want to do the ACE in search, you can just put in gifts for women, gifts for auntie, gifts for niece, gifts for whoever, but Christmas phrases, and have a look at the volume, on that 30-day volume, and just add those in.
Yeah.
So when you're doing a bundle, you've got to be thinking of, some people are going to be searching for one of those items, but from what you were saying and how you want to position this is more of that gift, isn't it? So you want some of those stocking fillers and
Yeah.
stocking filler and all of those kind of keywords, and add all those to it. You want to get over 100, because you've got actually with your product you've got the potential to have like too many keywords at like 300. So you want to add at least to get over that 100, I would say.
Okay, because I've just searched Christmas gifts for grandparents.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely shed loads. So
and
couples, yeah, okay.
All of those ones, pick all the high ones and look at the competition as well.
Yeah, okay.
I like how easy it is to rank, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, fab.
Cool. Fab. No worries. I think that is it for all the questions. Unless anyone is suffering in silence, let me know. Silence.
I'm being good tonight.
Yeah, you are. You are being
very... now you have to.
Are you? Is it because you've been eating all the way through?
No, I'm just trying not to integrate everybody's conversations tonight because my scenario is different. That's why.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to be. They don't want to listen to the crap I've got.
Emma's having a big catch-up day tomorrow. May I have questions then? Yeah, no worries.
Anna, I'm tempted to buy something from, it's an advent calendar, and I think it's probably a little bit late for that, but it's saying sort of same day delivery, and it's crystals, like crystal healing crystal, just like as an advent calendar. So it's like got a one for each day instead, and I'm just tempted, because mine's not going to come, I don't think. It hasn't even left the country yet, so it just seems to be really slow. So I'm just wondering whether because I feel like I'm getting left behind because I'm not doing as you're saying, and I really don't want to not do it, if that makes sense. I want to get on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I haven't really looked into the product or anything. It's just do I do that, or do I just wait until mine comes?
Have you looked at on Jungle Scout for it?
No, it was just, do you think it's a little too late if I was to order something tomorrow? Or
I think advent calendars, I know someone who's doing a dog advent calendar. I did just a bog standard advent calendar a few years ago, and I was still selling them like 10th, 12th of December.
Yeah.
It gave me reassurance that there's still people in the world that are disorganized and late like me sometimes.
Yeah, well, I haven't got mine yet.
There are ones on there.
But you want to look, see if
I'm just
what kind
looking
of keywords people would be putting in for it, really.
What about New Year's Eve party stuff? It's just a different angle altogether. It's still an experiment, isn't it?
Yeah, I've texted you, Dylan.
They are. I do think party props and party accessories are brilliant. And I was already looking for this for somebody else who hasn't gone ahead with it.
Because for this experiment, it doesn't matter what they buy as long as you're only testing the system.
Yeah,
So
and that's what,
buy something they're not going to need till the 31st of December, and buy something outrageous for a party like dress up stuff.
I agree. Like there's loads of different props.
What I'm doing.
And props and things that you could be doing. Do you know what I mean?
Wild card.
yeah.
Plus, Temu Queen might have a few things.
Well, Temu's my. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant all
Still
different.
got things, and as the course of this conversation's been going on, and the more ill I'm feeling, I'm going to let people have more stuff. So I've got a load of other stuff that you might be interested in.
You need a butler.
I need a butler.
Butler, yeah, look after you.
I do. And a chef.
That's what I do.
And
I'm a
someone to
chef
carry
and a
me.
butler. And a dog walker.
Yeah.
The calendar's coming up all right. Demand on 6 with low competition.
But look at the
400.
crystal ones, because
Yeah.
What did you put in Amazon?
I put in crystal advent calendar.
No, there are crystal advent calendars. I thought there wasn't any.
no,
Is it a different style or box to these?
It's just like a purple. It's on.
is it bluey purple?
Yeah, it's on that. It's on that. Something different wholesale.
It's because they're cheap to buy. They're really cheap to buy.
Should I just leave it?
What? Is it one of these that's on here?
I'll
That's come
screen
up?
share if you want. Just.
Let me just share. I've got it up.
Okay.
This one here, this purple one.
No, it's more basic than that. Looking. It's a bit like, see that blue one on the bottom right? It's a little bit like that, but purple. That one number, it's actually it's only £8.99 on there. I mean, these are selling it. Something like that.
Because they were available to get off Temu and things for like tiny amounts.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't I wouldn't pressure yourself.
No, I think I'm making a rash decision.
Like Dylan's saying.
Yeah.
I would, if you've got the whole of Christmas.
Yeah.
So, pick something where people don't look at the price, they're just doing it because they want to wear a silly outfit for New Year's Eve to go to the pub and get slashed and laid or whatever. Just pick something radically stupid to test. Doesn't matter what it is, does it?
Yeah, I just need.
For 20 quid.
Yeah, even if I just get 10.
Remember, there's all sorts of props and people buy them in bulk. A bit like how we were saying to.
Like stag do's, isn't it?
Who was it now? Who was it? It was Deb, wasn't it? Who's doing the bundle for the sleepovers. So people get like the elf ears, not the elf ears, the reindeer ears. I don't know, our bloody mother does. Like we went out on Christmas Eve, she's dressed up like a Christmas tree. And we're all going, oh, how embarrassing, do you know what I mean? But she loved it. So she would probably be one of your customers, to be fair. But like any hats, earrings, nose things, specs, any props that then would also do for Christmas, for New Year. So you got Christmas parties, you got Christmas Day, you got New Year.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think. I wouldn't rush to do the crystal advent calendar. I think it's going to be hard to differentiate and get your price point. Just looking at
well,
really quickly. I've looked at that.
Yeah, I was just looking at the price actually of what I would be buying it for and what I need to sell it for by the time it's not worth. So yeah, no. Okay.
And maybe pick a fancy dress. Sorry.
I was going to say, but I do think do another product.
Yeah.
Waiting for the other one, because we all want to be getting into the habit. Even like those of you that are like, oh yeah, I've shipped this. I would be thinking of another product to grab on.
Getting on the next one.
To compare it to for your test, and just do 20, 30 units again.
Do you know, I've just looked and it's in the air now.
Is it? Oh. Yeah. But there might be something that Becky or Dylan or anybody else has in the group.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered whether I sell them or not, but so I don't want you to think that I'm trying to push this, but look at some of the items I'm putting on and how they could be bundled as well. I was going to do that, but because I got unwell, I just haven't got the energy to put it all together, but
you could do,
Sorry.
you could be waiting for this one that's coming, but you could also do one of like 10 units of something else.
Yeah, that's what.
because my things are in tens.
Yeah,
So
I need to practice. I need to get on this.
You need to practice the listings and the
It
keywords.
needs cemented in.
I've got some red bows that I'm going to put on, door bows or big Christmas tree bows. And I think I'm going to put available some gouache stones. And what was the other thing? I've got some more headband things.
Yeah.
Because realistically, I'm not going to have the energy to do it.
Well, the gouache stones and the headbands would maybe go together quite well as a bundle, would they?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll reach out to you, Becky, so we're not.
But look, just make sure I will have done to a certain degree, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. But just check it first.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, look after yourself. I feel like you're talking like an effort.
It's really hard, actually.
Yeah. Oh, look after yourself.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great stuff. So yeah, well, obviously, if anybody else, I'm trying to think who else reached out to me. I think Siobhan. Is Siobhan on here, or she was on here? I thought I saw her. I think she's waiting on product as well. So anybody that listens to the replay, obviously just post in the group or reach out in the chat or drop me an email. And if anyone's stuck on anything at this stage, and if you are waiting on stock or anything like that, then just repeat the process, because I think what Lisa's doing is fab, because then it is going to cement in the more listings you do. Cool. All right then, I will see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, if you need anything, let me know.
And
All right.
which emails are you using at the moment?
Thank you.
Support at the Anna Davidson.
Right. Okay.
So, all right then. Cheers. See you then. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. See you, Anna. Thanks.
Bye.